What's Gucci, everyone? It's AJ, and I'm going to make this short and simple. This video is about Rake tasks. This is another kind of Rails video, so if you're not turned on the Rails or Ruby, I would definitely turn away. Well, it's definitely Ruby, more Ruby oriented. But Rake is a kind of a pun off make, which is the tool used in C programming to automate tasks, basically. And that's what Rake does at its core. It automates tasks. So what I'm going to show you guys is a simple way to kind of just look at what you can do with your Rails casts, with your Rails projects, and what we can do. Simply, what I'm going to do right there is start a new Rails project, and then we're going to look at all the things you can do to create a Rails project and what you can do with Rake. It's R-A-K-E, like a rake, like I'm going to rake the leaves today. Now with that, we're going to do a few things. So let's first just try typing Rake. I couldn't find a Rake file. Oh yeah, that's because I didn't CD into first project. I'm such a genius, guys. So let's do Rake right here and just see what happens just to try it. So I didn't give it a build task, so that's what it's asking for. And so I also have another video called Building Rake Tasks with Rake, which explains how to make a task, which means how I can automate things. But for instance, when I do Ruby on Rails, there's a lot of tasks automated for me. For instance, if I go into Rake Routes is a task for me that downloads all the routes. But since I don't have any, nothing's going to happen. But let's generate a scaffold here so we can get some routes. So what Rake Routes will do is display to me the different commands that I can have. So I'm going to do Rake Routes, and it's going to take a little bit of time. There is a easier way in a default Rails project, /bin, to easily kind of call Rake. And the way you can do that is you can do .bin/Rake, and what this is it's using the Spring gem, which in Rails 4 is automatically in your gem folder, I believe, since Rails 4.1. And since the Spring gem has a preloaded environment of Rails waiting for you, and so that way, when you run it, the commands will go much faster. And this, you can really see this when I run something like Rails S. Now, since this is my first time running Rails S, it's still going to take a while. But see, let's just say I try to run it one more time, and it doesn't seem to be much faster. But if it's loading a huge replication, you can definitely see it. Obviously, there's nothing in it. So the .bin/Rails is using the Spring gem, and that's what I like to call Rake tasks sometimes because they take forever. So now I can do Rake, and so let's say I wanted to know all the tasks I can call. Well, I can give Rake the capital T option. So hyphen, double T, and then it will give me all the different commands with a little bit description. It won't give me the entire description. It will kind of do ... after a few characters, but it will give you all the things you can do. Got the Rails secrets, what you can do with the DB. DB stands for database, and all the things you can do. Now, if you need help on a particular command, what you can do is you can do Rake capital D DB. And so the D will describe, I believe it stands for describe, and it will give me a very in-depth description of all the DB commands. So now I can look at DB seed, and it will give me a very nice description. Setup, it will give me the whole description, and I can read them. I can also do, let's do DB version. And there you go. Since I gave it the more exact command, it gave me exactly DB:version and just gave me this one part right there. Pretty cool. I'll do that top. And that is something that's that's something that's really nice. You can also do Rake T for the commands, and then you can give it a -A as well. And what that will do is it will give you every single Rake command automated with Rails or within your folder. So as you can see here, I have to go, but now I can have Rake tasks that don't have descriptions, but it's showing me all of them. A lot of these I've never known. I usually do this to look at kind of the DB commands, because sometimes I'm going to need to drop the database or remigrate up or go back down. So I look at, Rake DB dset and Rake DB purge are good things to look at for descriptions, or, see what you can do. So it's awesome to know the Rake commands. They make your life so much easier. They clear things out for you, and they can automate database creation and all these tasks for you, and that's what's awesome. And you can also add your own Rake task videos, which I have in another video, which I'll link in the below, maybe later. But that's all for now. I hope you guys have a great day and have the best day of your life. Toodles.